All right, today we are heading way up north to the land of 1,000 lakes and, believe it or not, even more saunas. Yep, we're diving into Finland and talking about how to stay safe and ready for anything while you're there.
So all the great info in this guide comes to us from the fantastic project EmergencyReady.eu. Their whole mission is pretty simple and pretty brilliant, really, to give travelers like you the safety info you need before you need it. So your trip stays an adventure, not an emergency.
Look, it doesn't matter if you're going to Lapland to chase the northern lights or just enjoying a weekend in Helsinki. Think of this as your practical game plan. We're going to cover the whole shebang, from what to do before you even leave to how to handle things if they get real. Okay, let's start where every good trip should. At home, before a single sock is packed. Seriously, this is where you build the foundation for a safe and awesome trip.
First things first, your phone. It's about to become your #1 safety gadget. You need 2 apps. The first is called 1112 Swami, and it's an absolute game changer. If you have to call for help, it automatically pings your exact GPS location to the emergency services. The second is the FMI weather app, which will warn you about extreme cold or forest fires. Oh, and a quick pro tip. Dig into your phone settings and enable Hatitude for emergency broadcast alerts. All right, now for what to physically pack. If you're going in winter, these 4 things are frankly non-negotiable. 1. Microspikes for your shoes. And trust me, Helsinki sidewalks can turn into actual ice rinks. 2. A power bank, because a dead phone is no help. 3. If you're driving, you need a reflective vest. And 4. Your ID and your European health insurance card. So simple, but so important. And this whole idea of being prepared isn't just for visitors. It's literally woven into the culture. There's a word for it, sisu. It's this uniquely Finnish mix of grit, resilience, and just stubborn perseverance. So when you pack these things, you're not just being a smart traveler. You're tapping into the local vibe.
Okay, so you've done your prep, you've landed, your bags are unpacked. Now what? Well, now it's all about being aware of the specific risks you might encounter while you're actually there.
The risks really depend on the season. In the winter, let's say November to March, the big ones are the brutal cold and that slippery ice. In the summer, you'll see a lot of forest fire warnings pop up. But all year round, especially around dusk and dawn, the biggest danger on the road isn't other drivers, it's wildlife. And we're talking big wildlife like moose and reindeer.
Now, I'm going to throw a number at you that just perfectly captures how seriously Finland takes preparedness. 50,500. Any ideas what that is?
That's how many civil defense shelters, or väestönsuoja, they have. An incredible network of 50,500 shelters. Enough space for 4.8 million people. Keep your eyes peeled for the orange and blue VSS sign on buildings. The wildest part? So many of them are hiding in plain sight as subway stations, parking garages, or even swimming pools.
Now, while Finland is incredibly safe, you gotta watch out for a couple of common scams. First, phone phishing, where someone calls pretending to be from your bank and texts you a link. The rule is dead simple. Your bank or the police will never ask you for codes or credentials through a link, ever. Second, watch out for unofficial taxis at the airport that try to quote you a crazy high price. Just stick to the official taxi ranks or use a trusted app. All right, let's get behind the wheel. For a lot of people, driving is the absolute best way to see those stunning Finnish landscapes, but it definitely comes with its own unique set of rules and challenges. Driving there really boils down to 3 huge rules. Number 1, headlights are on at all times. I mean 24/7, 365 days a year, no excuses. Number 2, from November to March, if the weather's bad, you must have winter tires. And number 3, speed limits almost always drop in the winter months. Get those 3 down, and you're on your way to driving safely.
So we talked about it a little earlier, but what do you think is the single most common danger out on those Finnish roads? It's not the snow. It's not the ice.
Get ready for this. Over 13,900, that's how many collisions with elk, moose, and reindeer happen every single year. That is a staggering number. That number just screams one thing. You have to stay alert, especially around sunrise and sunset. Up north in Lapland, reindeer are just everywhere. So please remember this one critical rule. Brake, don't swerve. You brake hard, in a straight line. Swerving to miss an animal is how you cause a much, much worse crash. Okay, so let's shift gears to the most important part of all this. What do you do if the worst actually happens?
We're going to keep it simple and direct.
One number. That's all you have to burn into your memory. 112. That's the number for absolutely every kind of emergency. Police, fire, ambulance, it all goes through 112.
And here's where we come full circle. Remember that 112 SWAMI app we started with? This is why it's so critical. When you call through the app, it automatically fires your precise GPS location to the operator. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, that can save precious, precious time. It is the best way to call for help.
Now, there is one more number you might want to save to your phone, 116-117. This is the medical helpline. So if you need medical advice, but it's not a life-or-death, lights and sirens emergency, this is who you call. They'll help you figure out what to do next.
So I know that was a lot. If you only take away 3 things, make it these. Number 1, get the app. Install 112 SWAMI before your plane even takes off. 2, know the sign. Learn to spot that orange and blue VSS shelter symbol. And 3, drive aware. Headlights on, watch for animals, use those winter tires.
You know, in the end, being prepared isn't really about a checklist or knowing a few phone numbers. It's a mindset. It's about being aware, being proactive, and feeling confident because you know what to do. So the real question isn't just, are you ready for Finland? It's, is your travel mindset ready for anything? Travel smart and have an amazing, safe trip.